Let's dive into the discussions shaping the nation.
No one wants to see Carol Darmody outside of this House, and I want to join with Alan Kelly when he said that the last thing that you would expect in a democracy like ours, with an economy that's doing well, is a 14-year-old outside of Leinster House campaigning, not just for her own family members, but to highlight what is going on right around the country. It isn't right, and the Minister or some senior official should be outside talking to her to bring about a resolution, not just to that problem, her problem, the family's problem, but to bring about a resolution to the overall issues. I believe in the goodwill of the Minister. I know that everyone in this House wants to do the right thing by those that are disabled, marginalised, or in this system looking for an assessment of needs for their child that may have autism and many other issues. But don't tell me that the management of the HSE did not see this coming. It's shocking that they actually ignored it for years. And I would point to 2010 and 11 as being the years that the numbers began to increase rapidly in terms of those that could not access services for their children that may have had autism, whether it's an assessment or whether it is therapies. The numbers grew from that date. And you don't need a consultant's report to look at what went on. All you need to do is look at the parliamentary questions that were being asked during that period and right up to today regarding those that cannot get assessments and that cannot get the professional supports that they need so urgently. Oral questions here in the House over that period of time. You can see the same trend. So I would say that the governments from 2011 right up to now have absolutely failed, and we should start the debate by acknowledging our failure, acknowledging the fact that in spite of the money being put into the system, that the services are not being delivered. And then we have to ask the question, why is that the case? Where is the system failing? And I think you'll find it's failing in terms of management, a management that should see the problem, a management that should recruit to deal with the problem. But no, we have a complete collapse of that system, and it is extremely unfair and damaging to the young children that are affected by this. We need a rapid response. We need lots of money. We need lots of personnel within the HSE that are qualified. We need to be searching abroad to bring them home if that is necessary. But we certainly need to do a lot more to reduce the lists, to employ OTs, speech and therapy, psychologists and physios. And we need to engage with the parents, because the recent changes in the HSE have seen professionals within the system telling parents or instructing parents as to how they should deal with their child or how they should cope with the child. So assessments are needed, assessments to deal with the issue, an assessment for the local authority if the family want to get particular type of accommodation. They'll always ask you for an assessment. So all of that has to be fast-tracked. All of it has to be dealt with. I would say that the waiting times are extraordinary, and I don't know how much money or how much time is going to take to resolve it. But the problems for these families is here and now. So the Minister should really bring in the senior managers in the HSE to determine how they're going to deal with it, how they're going to spend the extra money that the Minister says will be available to them, how they are going to focus on all of the appointments that are needed, and how are they going to fix a really broken system. That is what the question is. And the parents are looking for answers today, because they're affected every single day. And when this debate is over, you know, we'll probably talk about something else, but that shouldn't be allowed to happen either.
Like, share, and subscribe, and let us know your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear from you.